to Auburn North School.
Areas, Duncan's mum. Right, good on you kids, well done. We better go and see if there's a coach.
Off to Port Kembla.
Good morning, my name is Greg Hill. I'm with the Australian National Maritime Association Seafarer to School program. There are some safety things we have to discuss before we leave. First of all, on the wall, if you look out, you'll see round balls that look like marbles. They are iron ore pellets. There's a whole mountain of them there. They are like ice. You walk on them, you will fall over. You will slip. So be very careful, alright? Watch where you're putting your feet. When I get off the bus, to let people know that we are here, I want you to get a buddy. Hang on, just let me finish first. You will be responsible for your buddy. If your buddy is missing, let Mr. Kingsford Smith, the teachers or one of the adults know, okay? We don't want to leave any of you behind. When you're on the ship, do not run.
I feel that rocking feeling.
Very important for the safety. So if you push a button, someone may be working on a machine, you push it and start it, you might cut his hands off or do some damage. So you always keep your hands off of things. You don't touch buttons. You'll be able to have a real close look. You're not allowed to touch things. Now we're going to, first of all, we're going to go up the outside of the vessel and go up onto the bridge first. Okay? Now this particular vessel is about 5.5 to 6 years old, called the Iron Newcastle. 147,000 tonner. That's around 183 metres long, which is equivalent to about 2 rugby fields MBN. It's about 1 rugby field wide, which is 47 metres. Draft moulded, which is the depth right up to the deck, is 21 metres. So it doesn't spread down very much at all, but it sails along with 15 metres of the boat underneath the water when it's fully loaded, coming into this port. Okay? Now, who knows how long it is? You?
2 rugby fields?
Wait. 287 metres, but that's 2 rugby fields, close enough. Every working environment, we must have safety facilities. So on this particular vessel, we have lifeboats associated with other devices. Now, the lifeboat is one on either side. When you get close to it, it doesn't look big. That's designed to carry 40 people. Either side, in case it gets the side just up, they'll get one boat in the water, the other one may not. These particular boats are unique, but they're fully enclosed in. Back in the older days, there were sails on them, rowed them, but now we have enclosed boats, which keeps them from out of the environment, keeps them warm and safe, encapsulated in that module. That's got a propeller on it, which they can start the diesel engine up and then get away from the area and then do the necessary activate the necessary devices to enlighten and tell everybody in the world that they're in trouble. 20-manner, the 20-man. So the front here is one on the other side. So that not only have we got lifeboats, these just roll. You pull a hydrostatic release which acts on pressure, and that pops open a big raft, which is probably round about that big as far as the towing area. Question. Right, so there's one on either side. So if the vessel sinks and nobody cuts it, that device there acts under pressure. As the vessel goes down, then that'll pop up automatically so that there's another light in to go. Further to that, you might look now, you can see the masts on top of the bridge. This has got lots of features on it. There's 2 radars, you can see those things that look like communication. They're also linked up with a satellite, which has the satellite whiz overhead. This dome above your head collects the information and transfers that into the bridge so that the officers on board the ship can then navigate the ship's position. Okay? So they're the features. Now as we look around, while you're in this perfect spot, we'd be remiss not to mention what happens in the works here, which they just dig up the iron ore, stick on the conveyor belts, and they shuffle them around to the different areas they need. Right on the right-hand side here, there's the different grades of iron ore. Just having iron ore. We got Port Hedland in the northwest Western Australia. We got fine ores. We've got heavy grade ores. We've got pellets, which are manufactured down in Tasmania, Western Port. Ladder, sorry. They're transported down. They mix them with the furnace to blend up with it. Essentially, like making a cake. Have all the right ingredients and make a nice cake.
Pellets, the plant here needs 3,000 tonnes a day to keep operating. Right? It's an awful lot of rock.
The harbour itself is a layout. You've probably heard of the coal loader down here in Port Kembla. That's the facility just over here on our right. With the ship there just loading. The grain terminal, which has just been built, is on the just in forward of it there. So there's a berth in front of that for multi-purpose, which for any ships doing repair work or layup, they sit on that berth there. So we've got another berth. Lysart products usually come out of that berth. So they just load it on the wharf. The ship comes in and then loads it onto that and takes it away. Just now, the vessel went yesterday, so there's not one there. Another feature too, the Sydney Harbour is just being blessed with a tunnel which is going underneath the harbour. Who knows about that? Right, and sand spit that sort of developed the harbour. There's the old coal loader berth, there's a new facility there, the old one there, and then the coal is all laid out in an area adjacent to it so it can be reclaimed and loaded on the ship. We have a question.
Now, who knows? You've driven a car, or you've been in your father's or mother's car and you're driving along. At night, you've got headlights, haven't you?
Yes.
Right? When you put the brakes on, you've got brake lights.
Yes.
When you want to turn a corner or reverse, you've got blinkers and reversing lights. You all have those lights for what reason? Yes.
So careful you're coming.
To let people know what you're doing. Exactly right. Ships have exactly the same things. We have two masthead lights, we have two side lights, and we have a stern light. The side light on the starboard side is green, and the one on the port side is red. Now they're angled lights, so that if I'm coming up from a stern, all I'll see is the stern light. If I'm coming from anywhere forward about that angle, I will see two masthead lights, and the forward one is lower than the one up here, and I will see a side light. So at night, I can see some lights, and I say, that one's lower than that one, so the ship's going that way. There should be a red light there, because that's its port side. So at night, I can tell roughly how big the ship is, and which way it's going. At sea, you have road rules, just like you have road rules on the road. We have to give way to the right, we have to give way when we're overtaking. And if two ships are approaching each other head on, they've both got to go to starboard. I can tell which way a ship's going and what it's doing. The navigation lights are here. That's the panel for the nav lights. That's a panel there for your deck lights, which all come on at night so that the workmen can see what they're doing. And that's your steering gear alarm. This ship has a big rudder, which sits behind the propeller. And to turn the ship, you turn the rudder, and the weight of the propeller going over the rudder applies the force that turns the ship. The back end, that's how we steer. Over here, we have our engine room console. We have one engine on this ship, which is a shaft with a propeller on the end of it. There's no gearbox, it's just direct drive. If we want to go astern, the engine's got to go backwards. And just like you have an accelerator on your car, we have an accelerator up here, the telegraph. 20 revs gives this ship 4.5 knots. Full ahead in harbour gives it, at 46 revs, 10.5 knots. So the propeller's not turning very fast, is it? 46 revolutions in a minute, and this ship will do 10.5 knots. At sea, they go up what they call navigation full, and they work the engine up to 85% of what it can do, and the ship will go along at about 13 knots. And that's what she does when she's clear of the harbour. BHP earns money for carrying the cargo. It's my job to see that the maximum amount of cargo goes in. Who's ever bent a piece of metal like that? What happens if you keep bending it?
Breaks.
It does break, it snaps.